Hey, hey, hey.
Hey.
It is Monday again, unfortunately, but fortunately.
Yes, I get to see your beautiful face and Noman Garden.
Yes.
And Crystal.
Crystal.
And this crazy person named Aaron.
Aaron, I was just telling Thom, like, I haven't even talked to Aaron in passing on Facebook. So I kind of miss you, Aaron.
Yeah. She is pretty fantastic.
She is pretty fantastic.
Aaron started doing some TikToking.
I said I was going to do that, but I'm like, I think I might be too old. Like, I think that's the official line of where my social media, like, comfort zone. Like, I don't know about the tickety talk. So
we go to Disney so often, and we were there this past weekend because Erin, my wife, she had a particularly rough day at work, and we were like, let's run away to Disney, and that is what we did. We went to Batuu, so we went to Hollywood Studios and went exploring around Batuu. I had a conversation with Chewbacca, and he touched my beard. It was pretty awesome.
Very, very nice.
And then we went to Animal Kingdom, which is our second favorite park, but sometimes first favorite park.
Nice.
Because we're fickle.
Aren't all humans?
Yeah. But I as much as I love to get to see your lovely face every Monday morning, we also get this week an amazing, wonderful person who likes to stay up until stupid o'clock in the morning with us.
Yes. Just move here. Rob! Just move here, Rob.
Hey.
Hey, Arosa.
How's it going?
It is going. It is going.
Tom Baca, I like it.
Yeah, I was sitting there in chat. I was just like, oh, how do I mix Chewbacca and Tom together? I'm just like, Tom Baca.
I was wearing my Choo Choo shirt. That's what I call it. It's a picture of Pikachu, but he looks like Chewbacca. Like he's got brown fur and a bandolier and the bowcaster.
Brilliant.
So yeah, I call him Choo Choo.
Very, very nice.
Chewbacca. So I could do it. Hold on a second. Let me. I could do it better than that if I practice, but like if I get some practice ones in. So Chewbacca was walking past me and I did that to him and I'm standing there like this, and he's like, and he goes like this, and then he walks up and touches my beard. And he pointed at my shirt and did the chewy thing, and then he walked. It was a lot.
Wow.
For a period of about a month, when Avi was less than a year old, she would consistently make that noise, and I still don't know if she was doing it on purpose or not.
Thank you. I accidentally do it when I yawn sometimes.
That's fair. That's right. But she's never done it. She's never done it again. It was just like a short little period of time where she would make that noise.
It's fantastic, though. Is there any videos of like her doing it?
I don't think so, but I was just like,
God.
What is happening?
Did I give birth to a Wookiee? What is going on here?
It is fine. I will accept my child however they want to be accepted.
Fair.
I just like a heads up, right? Like I need to know how to prep them to go into the world. Like you need the comebacks, right? For when people are ignorant. Like, but she's got that already. She doesn't need them. She has far more than she will ever need.
SAS level is maxed.
It's beyond max.
Yes, it's beyond max.
It's ridiculous.
That dial got turned up to 13 a while ago.
I don't. And she's only 11, so that's the fun part.
Oh man, man. Between the ages of 13 and 17 are going to be interesting for you.
Well, I keep saying either I got to go live with my oldest or she has to. Like, something we can't all be here.
You can't have two of you running.
And that's exactly what it's going to be, because that's what it is right now.
Except it's gonna get even more unclear. The lines will be blurred further.
Yes, I tell her all the time, but this house does not need two 46-year-old Black women. One of us needs to be 11.
Does she have the is that her mentality?
Yes, and she's fed up with everybody and everything most of the time. And I know it's just her mirroring me and saying things that I say, right? Because like Brian wasn't home one night and she texted him and the text started, "Sir, where are you?
What do you think you're doing being out this late?"
Oh my.
Yeah, so like that is me. That is her just like so that's fun.
Well, I can't wait to meet like 20-year-old Avi. It's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah.
Makes it. Let's just hope she makes it.
That you don't kill her.
Just make a guy shine for a year and a day, and
there you go. Just take out all your frustrations on Brian, and then you'll be all right.
I mean that's been the last almost 25, because that's when our oldest is 25. So yes, that's
So as our friends that are hanging out with us in chat might notice, Bain and Chiad are not here with us tonight. She is not feeling very well.
No.
So she is currently probably cuddled up with a cat in bed, hopefully sleeping and not, being awake and watching. So everyone, I'm going to post their Twitter in chat. Go and send some love and cat pictures.
And good vibes, just general good vibes.
Tell her to feel better. Oh, what up? Oliver's ears. Yeah, we just on the my felt form on the Way of the Leaf, we just met Oliver in Lord of Chaos. So.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, that was a fun chapter.
Yes.
Back again. So we're not going to just to give everyone a heads up, we will not be discussing season 3, so no season 3 spoilers in chat. It was amazing. I watched the first episode. Oh my god, I love it. And Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are geniuses. But that is as far as we will go with discussion of season 3. So
good, because I haven't watched it yet. I was unable.
It
was a rough week. I rallied. I've been doing Twitter thread like reactions to season 1 and season 2, and I rallied. Yeah. And last Tuesday, I did the entirety of season 2 in a day.
Wow.
I also produced something for a different video for something. I edited a reaction. I recorded reactions to 2 episodes of The Last of Us. So I watched 10 hours of Pedro last Tuesday as well. And then the world got away from me, and I had friends over this weekend, and I was like, I just can't watch it because I want to react to it. Right. Like, I haven't watched it, so definitely no spoilers for me, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Rob, what is your life, and how can I get the energy you have to be that productive?
Oh no, I planned. I was like, I put stuff aside, and hence why later in the week I had no time to do anything else.
Okay, that makes me feel slightly better, because
I was like, I gotta move some stuff around. I gotta I need a Tuesday where I can just watch all of season 2.
Look, I'm just trying to get everybody's secrets so I can get stuff done better. Because
I'm childless.
I mean, that helps.
Long distance means my days off work are not filled with a loved one. Shit like that.
Yeah, so I just gotta rethink some life choices then. Okay.
Tell Brian to move across the country and stay there, and then take work from home and take the kids.
Yeah,
just for like 3 months.
I was gonna say, I don't want it like long term. I just need a break.
Just like 3 months.
Yeah,
I just some time to get caught up on things. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Like, sleep and mental health.
That was all I was talking about. All the rest of this stuff, I will hire somebody to take care of. So,
good time.
All right, so let's go see the baby.
Yes. So this week's episode is The Sanctuary. So there is a certain ex-rebel officer in this episode who the only bit about season 3 that I will mention is they mentioned her character's absence well, and it was
I did see that. I did see comments about that, and I was like, "Dang
was
it!"
It Gerald? Wasn't it?
Of course, it was Gerald. Of course, it was.
Yeah,
Gerald.
it was Gerald
because he gives the best commentary.
Yeah, I thought it was Gerald. Yeah, Gerald was correct in his commentary. So that's Gerald Coleman. For people that have been watching for a while, Gerald has been a guest several times on Dragon Mount stuff. I think he joined me on a Saturday once. He also joined me for some Wheel of Time TV show reviews. He's an author and a poet and just an all-around awesome dude. So yes. Gerald Coleman, go check out his stuff. I think if you Google like Gerald L. Coleman,
come up. Yep.
Really nice guy.
Before we get started,
I want to let Rob. So I've talked about Gerald now, and we've talked about our stuff, but we haven't talked about you at all. So this is Rob. He does Malcure Talks, and we would have had Bain and which is part of the Threefold Talk, where Rob is the token wetlander.
Token wetlander, that is correct. Yes,
amongst all the Aiel. I will say I am now a foldie as well.
Yes,
I've been like I already had listened to like a bunch of your guys' stuff before. Like, I mean, if not just for fun, like before we had you on, we've had you on a few times now. Like I would listen to like your last couple of episodes just to see what you guys were talking about. But I just enjoy you guys. You guys,
they're fun.
You guys are always having a lot of fun. Yeah, you're always having a lot of fun and
butt rock.
Yes.
And butt rock. Yes.
So what's coming up? What can we see? Like you said, you were editing some reaction videos.
Yeah. So while we wait for season 2 of Wheel of Time, I'm getting into the old reaction things because, we need
something to fill the time with.
We need to fill the time. I want to react properly to season 2. I didn't do it properly for season 1. So I want to practice. And I was like, what do I love? Like, okay, I enjoy Mandalorian. I enjoy, The Last of Us, or I was excited for it, so I was like, and I have been enjoying it. A tech issue really delayed me in episode 2, so I have episodes 3 to 7 recorded, just not edited, ready for release. So that's my goal tomorrow. Actually,
it's a lot of editing.
Yes, it is. I've been doing Picard. I just did episode 3 of that yesterday. I'm loving that. I'm a huge Trek fan, so I'm also doing like Lower Decks and stuff. So like that's all the reaction stuff that's coming. I've got a narration in the works. We're launching a new platform for streaming on this Thursday for Threefold Talk. We left StreamYard. Sorry, StreamYard, we left you.
Okay. Do you like this new platform?
Very much so. It's like if OBS and StreamYard had a baby. It's beautiful, and I get a better deal for the same price as StreamYard. So. That's
nice. We need to talk. We will.
I was going to say, look at Thom getting information.
We need to talk because
So that's going to be exciting this week. So I've been revamping a couple of things, nothing major, but a few bits and pieces to sort of show that we're launching on that. And then it's just planning. It sounds strange, but I'm planning for the convention already. Malcure.
It does not sound strange
at all. That's exactly what you should be doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
what you're late. Why'd you just start?
No. I've been planning and doing things in the background since November.
Okay, all right.
We're having like the first full committee meeting is about to happen. So I've been working on a couple of things for that. So because we're about 6 months.
Trust me, if anyone understands, we understand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, Jordan Con is what in less. It's
in 45 days ish.
It's like tomorrow. For all intents and purposes, it is tomorrow.
Have fun.
Yeah.
I'll just be there drinking at the bar at BarCon with everybody.
I may also be there. So
I'll be there. Threefold Talk will be there. We'll be doing a show from the couches.
Lovely.
And I have a secret project in the works that I will unveil at JordanCon as well.
Oh, well, that's exciting. I love a good secret project.
Secret projects.
And it's not to do with the Lights Work pod either, because I know they love their secrets, but it's not to do with them either. So
all right.
Yeah.
There goes the Google talking or whatever. Probably.
Yes. I don't know why he doesn't just text her. It was Brian broadcasting.
Oh, broadcasting.
Right.
Aaron does that to me all the time.
Yeah.
Brian's like, you can't forget about me.
No, but he was broadcasting to, it should have been the 3rd floor of Avianda's apartment, not the 2nd floor.
Nice.
Silly pants.
He very much so. Before we get started, Thom, can you double check the link for us, because it looks like it's episode 5. Is that the one we're watching?
Nope.
I didn't think
sure
so.
isn't.
Oh my goodness. You guys are hearing all of it. Just all of it.
I'm now tempted to go and turn mine off just in case she decides to talk. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Thankfully, I don't have one in this room.
Right. We were talking about Googles actually, guys, before we got on this call. So it's all set up.
Yeah.
I was talking about how Rob and I were talking about how we're nice to our Googles.
No, Rob's not nice.
Oh, no, it was Ebony and I were talking about how we're nice to our Googles.
I'm the nice one.
Rob has nice. a little less patience with the robots. So you'll be one of the first to go when they take over.
That's fine.
Right.
I will just. This is why I've befriended a whole bunch of IEL to keep me safe.
Oh, okay. There you go. Mm-hmm. That's smart. That's better. That's probably smarter because my vacuum probably isn't going to help me very much when I have a drum coming after me.
It depends. Like, what kind of vacuum is it?
It doesn't have Hellfire missiles or a spear, so
okay. Well,
I think I'll be SOL either way. All right. Are you in the? Did you get the new link?
Yeah, I did. Give me 2 seconds.
I see you in it now. So
all right.
So I will get us ready to do our countdown to watch the episode 4 of the Sanctuary of Mandalorian. I'll give you guys a countdown for those this is our first time joining us. The timer that I have sitting over here, I will press play on the timer and on the episode simultaneously, so that you can follow along, because we can't play any of the House of Mouse stuff on the interwebs, or we'll get in trouble. And I don't want to get in trouble from Disney.
No, that's it always feels, I imagine, extreme when people get in trouble from Disney.
I think it probably feels like death.
I almost got in trouble once in the early days of us doing this, like the us being Ebony and I doing like stuff for Dragon Man and all. Like when we first started, it was a little bit more. It was a slightly different format when we first started.
We didn't know what we were doing.
We had no idea what we were doing. That was the nice way of saying it was probably a hot mess most of the time.
Yeah, we were making it up.
Mm-hmm. And
I think that's how I started doing my stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, but it seemed more put together than it was when we started.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just going to go back and watch some old videos for a second, folks.
It's bad. Anyway, I was trying to film at Disney. Like I was trying to film something at Disney, and they came up to me and were like, sir. And I'm like, yes. Well, what do you want me to do? I'll do whatever you say. So, yeah, we're going to be starting in a couple minutes, Oliver. Actually, in a couple of seconds. I'm just going to do the countdown in a second here. They're short episodes, so it's not like it was when we were doing Rings of Power. Yeah, they're only like, I think this episode was like 29 minutes, so we'll actually be done before 10. So anyway, I will give you guys a countdown. You can follow along with the timer here in the corner if you get lost. We're not going to skip the recap, so go ahead and watch the recap, and we can get started. Okay, we will get going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. All right. And we're playing. And what do we got? Have you ever read / seen the mouse that roared? The mouse that... No, I have not seen that one. Yes, The Mandalorian. Yep. It should be, yes, that is what we're watching. Season 1 of The Mandalorian. We are not spoiling season 3, so please no season 3 spoilers in chat. Okay, so I mean, I love the opening sequence to the show. It's like probably it might be one of my favorites on out of the Star Wars shows. Like I like the Obi-Wan opening, but I really like the Mandalorian. I just love the score for the show. The score is fantastic.
The score's great. Yeah. Do you mean like all these helmets and stuff that appear?
What's up? Oh yeah. It's like the Marvel flip, but for Star Wars, and it's great.
I've got to be honest, I don't like the helmet thing.
Why don't you like the helmets?
I don't know. It just doesn't feel. I get Mandalorian, he wears a helmet, but I'm just like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel. It feels like they kind of, I don't know, farmed it out. It feels like they could have done better.
Yeah, I mean, like it's like a very carbon copy of the Marvel flip. Like it's very close, and it is pretty simple because it's just the flip of the helmets. Like it's not like
it's just the light sort of passing over them. So So I remember when I watched this and I did my Twitter thread, I was like, there is a lot of life in these ponds. Like, I know they've been farming them for a while, but oh my God, it's crazy.
So what do you think of, how do you like the whole, like how they're leaning into the religion of the Mandalorian versus like the Bo-Katan version of the Mandalorian? Do you like how they're playing with that in this?
Yeah, I do. So I don't know if it's in this episode that I talked about it, maybe a later one. But oh no, it is this one actually, where they said like he never ever removes the helmet. And I was like, how does that culture work where they never remove the helmet and you don't see each other's face, so you don't get to see facial cues to a conversation. So like body language must play a huge role in their culture, which is pretty crazy.
I mean, to be fair, it plays a huge role in our culture too, because no matter what you're saying, people read your body language and determine if you're lying or not.
I mean, there's a whole, like, I don't want to say science behind it, but there really kind of is like a whole science behind it. Like most of like the really good like interrogators and even therapists and stuff can read a lot into your body language when you're in sessions and things like that. But like that, it's huge. I forgot what these dog people are called. Do you remember what they're called?
Oh, I have no clue.
I don't know that either, to be honest.
Maybe Noman Garden knows. Noman Garden, what are the dog people called? I forgot.
Come on, Noman Garden. Earn your keep.
Well,
it says it.
Never mind. I was about to. Does it? Did it?
It's a Clatuans.
Oh, Clatuans. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The Clatuans are roaring. Yeah, I forgot to turn my my closed captions back on. That's my fault.
See, you said turn them back on. Mine are never off. Like.
Yeah.
I need closed captions in real life for people.
Yeah, I watch closed captioning everything. But I forgot to set them on this.
Yeah.
I always leave them on too. Erin hates it, so like I shut it off when we're watching with her. I know, but you have Googled Noman Garden shit. I don't want to be
That is fair. That is fair. Noman Garden did. He did.
I mean, he can only have so much knowledge in his head, and
because eventually he'll forget how to tie his shoes. That's what I used to always say when I was little. It's like I can't learn anymore. I'll forget how to tie my shoes.
This is true. I just love. Oh my God, Grogu's like, stop touching thing. Grogu's like, touch.
Yes. That is life with a toddler.
Yeah, and he understands too, though. Like it's he just isn't. He just can't talk yet, but he fully understands.
Oh yeah, he's just honoring.
Yeah,
just honoring.
Did you see Pedro on the Graham Norton show a couple weeks back?
I've seen so much of him. Like he's been on everything. What did he do on Graham Norton? Oh, when he called it Baby Yoda by accident, and he got
not just not that bit, yes, but he was talking about how Grogu just steals like every scene all the time. And the animators absolutely just mess with him because he'll be talking to himself or like psyching himself up for a scene. He'll be like, "Come on, you can do better." And suddenly the animators will just make the puppet go,
"Oh, it's an obby."
And sort of and look up at him like he's just dude, you can do better.
That is the face that he makes sometimes.
Yeah.
I love that they use mostly a animatronic for him too.
Yes.
What is it on your hands, Noman Garden? I hope that they're still dexterous. I mean, you're typing very well, so that's good. I I love his new armor. Oh my god, I want it.
Oh, the armor is so good.
Yeah, like I've said before, I know I never see Mando's face, but you can't tell me he's not attractive. Like he carries himself. He's got that swagger that where women are like, if they're that confident, they must have it going on. Like, who am I to judge?
Oh no,
Norman Garden.
Yeah, you can't be bending over after a heart attack. You know, my uncle.
Dude, yeah, this is true. Yeah,
we got to get you on. We got to get you on some heart healthy stuff. Eat your Cheerios, man.
Listen to that little bee.
Yep.
The only major criticism that I have for the show is that there's no aliens in the main cast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I get it's. I mean, I would assume it's probably because they don't want to have to give someone like that amount of makeup for every.
I mean, yeah. I mean, look at he's so cute when he walks.
Yeah. He's a loth cat. Those are so. If you, I don't know, have you watched Rebels, Rob?
Is that the animated?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Yeah. So the Rebels show, that's where that cat comes from. It's called a loth cat.
Oh yes, yeah. No, yeah, it's got the big giant ears, isn't it? I remember that. Yeah.
I love, but yeah, no, there's just a lack of alien characters. I feel like in this show a little bit, like they're in the background a lot, and he interacts with them sometimes.
Yeah, but they're not driving the story.
That's like nice. He has big disruptor energy.
Oh my god, that is so good. Well done, I like that.
That's good.
But you're right, Tom. There's no aliens helping Grogu out, right? Yeah. So
even like like this bartender and like the mechanic that helps him that he sees on like over and over again. Like a lot of the reoccurring characters, most of them are human.
This is very true.
I mean, I guess this is supposed to be like it's during what is it, like I think they said 9 BBY. So or is it ABY? It's after the Battle of Yavin. Yeah. So the Empire was not very nice to aliens. So, aliens. They were not very nice to non-humans. So,
I mean, they weren't that nice to the humans. So,
no, they treated most of the humans poorly. They treated all the non-humans poorly.
Yeah.
I say aliens. They're all aliens. Everyone.
Right. Yeah. Humanoid is the word that you want.
Yeah. None of them are on like none of them are on a home planet anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
And here's this idiot.
Well, I want to point out something here. She's hitting Mando in the Beskar. All right.
Yeah.
And she is not like, oh, I broke my hand hurts.
Yeah.
Like she's badass enough to hit him in the Beskar and keep going. Like that's some serious strength right there.
So I'm gonna let you guys in on a secret about women. We're not gonna let you know that y'all hurt us until it works to our advantage. I don't care. Right. Mentally, emotionally, physically, not until it works to our advantage. Like, so. But no, you're right. She
and there's the baby. Like, what are you fools doing?
Yeah.
And you know what? That right there is my spirit animal. That is me at work lots of times. Just, I don't know what y'all are doing, but I'm gonna drink my water. So.
That's true. She does have those gloves on, but still, like, why is it getting punched in your impenetrable armored helmet? Why does that hurt you? Like, why did that affect him?
It vibrates. Yes. Yeah. I assume that's what happens to the football players at work, right? Like when they hit their helmets together, like it's gotta hurt.
Listen, I would hope that the Beskar helmet that he can never take off would be leaps and bounds better at taking kinetic energy hits than
an NFL helmet,
than an NFL plastic football helmet.
Shuri doesn't exist in this universe. I don't know if they're collecting kinetic energy or not. I don't know.
That's true. They do need Shuri. If Shuri was there, that armor would be, forget about it.
Yeah, it would be glowing purple right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
We talked about it last week, but I definitely want to make a set of
yes.
Yeah. I definitely want to make a set of armor, and I'm torn between leaning into like some of the colors that Sabine Wren uses, which is purple, orange, and like a green or a teal. Or going black and pink or white and pink. I'm torn.
I don't know, but absolutely, you still have to film it so we can watch it happen.
I will.
Yes.
I will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I gotta get I have a 3D printer. It's not the greatest one, but if I print the helmet and I can, sand it and stuff and make it look smooth because it'll have print lines and stuff because it's like it's a filament printer. But then when I actually start, I'm gonna make the armor pieces so that I will definitely do filming.
And Gnome Garden, that is a valid point. Marvel is Disney and the multiverse exists. Sure, you can get there.
And if you go ahead and Google after this episode, obviously, Patton Oswalt's he on Parks and Rec, his character did like a filibuster, a citizen's filibuster, and he talked about this was years ago too. This was many years ago, and he talked about how the Marvel Cinematic Universe should overlap with the Star Wars Cinematic Universe. This is actually before the sequels, the 3 newer sequels. So.
Oh, wow.
And so his rant was while he was filibustering was talking about the how they should end the Thanos series but which was still not over yet. Mm-hmm. And then how Thanos, once he gets the reality stone, should go into the Star Wars reality and start bringing over like Star Wars villains to help fight the Marvel villains and vice versa. And it was pretty funny. So there's a path there.
I'd watch it. Yeah. I'm not. I'd absolutely watch it.
It was obviously like a joke, but also they did a slight homage to it in the Book of Boba Fett. So he talks about how Boba should still be alive, and the opening scene to showing that Boba Fett is alive is the gauntleted hand of Boba Fett springs out of the sand on the deserts of Tatooine, and you'll see the 2 suns in the background, and that was the opening scene of the Book of Boba Fett. It was exactly. And if you play the episode of Parks and Rec, if you play the episode of Parks and Rec, it like as he's describing the scene, it's happening in the episode of Book of Boba Fett. So they literally followed it. That's creepy. Shit, Sargon! What up, Sargon? This is hilarious. Sargon is another former guest at Jordan Con. I don't know if he's he's guesting this year too. He's an author and a teacher, a history teacher, a history professor. Sorry, Dr. Donovan.
Oh, okay, doctor.
Yes, an awesome dude. I love Sargon. I haven't talked to you in a while, man. Give me a call tomorrow. We can chat. He usually calls me when he's driving into work. So.
Is that so he has a easy way to end the conversation? Like, I'm at work now.
Yeah, I'm at work now. I gotta go.
Because I totally do that with people. Like I said, contrary to the way I appear, I am still more of an introvert. So if it's a phone, sometimes I gotta set my boundaries. Mm-hmm. So
I like in this episode here that they show like a little bit of a connection between these two, between this woman and Mando mm-hmm. and Din. So it's nice that they're not making him like I don't know, like this stoic,
right?
Non-emotional, like you can tell he cares. Yeah, you can tell he cares. He cares about this woman and her kid,
as he should. Because as a foundling, right? Aren't you going to?
Yes.
Well, that's not nice. That's not nice.
I'm awake at 7 anyway. It's fine. No, yeah, he probably sees a bit of himself in the kid. So like that's probably I mean it's the same thing with Grogu, but
right. So, but also I like this because up until this point, again, all my Star Wars knowledge prior to meeting Brian came from Muppet Babies. But Boba Fett was the only Mandalorian we saw, and he was a bad guy, right? Mm-hmm. And while he's still a bounty hunter, like it's just a job. He's not out for vengeance.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
So I think they did a good job of kind of humanizing him. I mean, like everybody wants him to be their dad now, right? Like
mm-hmm. in more ways than one.
Okay, so yes, but we're not gonna go that route right now. That's for it is after dark. Never mind.
So last week we were talking about Rob. We were talking about how we got introduced to Star Wars.
Right.
I started watching when I was a little kid. Ebony was introduced to it through Muppet Babies, and I threw my wife under the bus because she watched Spaceballs before she watched Star Wars. So,
oh wow,
yeah, I know that's the wrong order. I know that much.
My Star Wars origin. When did? I don't know when. But my parents, my mother let me watch Star Wars, not let me, but like gave me access to watch Star Wars.
Are they also like into fantasy science fiction or?
She was a big fan of Star Wars.
Okay.
I think when they made the prequels, she was just like, eh. And it's kind of like she's kind of drifted away from all that sort of stuff anyway.
So was she a fan of Star Wars or was she a fan of Han Solo? And Luke Skywalker.
I think she's probably seen the Han Solo movie. But yeah,
let me be more specific. Harrison Ford was she there for Harrison Ford?
Possibly. I never actually, as a teenaged boy, I don't think I asked that question. So
well, as a teenage boy, you probably didn't think it was a possibility. You're like, gross.
Yeah,
she's a mom.
Yeah,
moms don't think like that.
Yeah.
My mom is a little bit more into the fantasy and science fiction than she likes to admit, I want to say, because like she genuinely enjoys it, and like when we watch it, she like asks questions and like she messages. I like either she uses it as a way to just for us to like communicate, or but I really feel like she seems genuinely to enjoy like Star Wars and stuff like that. She doesn't.
It's a good story.
Yeah, and she doesn't follow it. So when I told her about the Obi-Wan show, she got really excited.
So in the scene that they just showed where he took off his helmet to eat, he's looking out a window.
Yeah,
he's watching the kids play.
How is that okay?
Not one kid maybe looked up.
I mean, unless he's in complete shadow.
Right, because even as a kid, you can feel when somebody's watching you, right? And I know me as a little girl, there was a lot of talk about stranger danger growing up. Like if somebody was watching me, I would feel it. I would look.
Yeah.
So what era of toy though, Arosa? Like was it like the old school 1970s, 1980s like toys with the arms that just go meow? Or are we talking like the newer stuff from like the late 90s, early 2000s stuff?
Yeah, because saying that you've watched it for as long as you can remember it, at this point we do need to know how old you are because we have 3 sets of trilogies. I mean, my adult kids grew up with the second set of trilogies, right? Because they were introduced.
We can gauge. I'm guessing that means to the toys that were just I think we can gauge off that.
Yeah. But go ahead, Tom.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I want to know what everyone else, Sargon, if you're still here, and everyone else. When were you all introduced to Star Wars? Like, when did you find it? I think, and I'm not a big sci-fi guy. Like, I like some sci-fi stuff, but I'm not like huge into sci-fi like I am more with fantasy. But Star Wars isn't sci-fi.
I feel like it checks enough of the boxes, right? That it's either or. It's got magic and it's got technology.
Yeah, but I feel it's not just a magic and technology. It's just the way they portray most of their stories. It's very fantasy oriented. The way their stuff is. It's
a fantasy in space, is what it is. And usually, when you think of in space, you think of sci-fi because you need science to get to space. But no, I think that is probably what's like my older kids like Star Wars, but they are very much more on the sci-fi side as opposed to the fantasy side. But everybody here loves Star Wars.
This is true. I love how in that scene they're all just like, we can fight, and she's like, nah, like that's it. I'm a bounce. And he's just like, well, we could show them. I was just like, dude didn't want the job. He didn't want the job until they found out that he could get accommodation with the job. And then he's just like, wow, he must really want this accommodation. He's like, well, we just show them. So,
Oh yeah, they're definitely worth money now.
Oh,
if you kept some of them toys.
Yeah. So I know Brian's mom still has some of his toys, but she didn't make him keep them in the box. So I was like, That was back before we knew, right? back before we knew that toys could maybe help you buy a house.
Yeah.
And we actually let the kids play with them. Now we buy 2 of each thing. One to stay in the box, one for the kid to play with.
Nice.
What about you, Rob? You like are you into any kind of science fiction other than Star Wars?
I'm a big Star Trek fan. Like big Star Trek fan. Yeah. I'm not like a Star Trek expert or anything. Like I know far more about Wheel of Time than I do Star Trek.
I think we could all say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love Star Trek quite a lot. If I had to pick Star Wars or Star Trek, I would probably pick Star Trek if I was forced to choose.
So which Star Trek? Like the original or Next Generation? Because I watched more Next Generation growing up.
Out of just those two?
Just those two.
No, all of them. Honestly, I'm not going to make it easy because I know that is a tough question for Trekkies. So I want to know if you got to choose Discovery.
There is a lot
Worlds,
out there.
Picard. Which one? Like which crew is going to be your crew? Who is your captain?
Well, I don't want him to be the captain, but I do love the crew, so it's going to be DS9. But I think Cisco's like,
Cisco's tough. I love him. Like I love his character, but I don't know if I'd want him.
The way he laughs and it's like, huh,
Sargon, my husband. Oh, I'm sorry.
Things like that. Yeah, sorry.
No. My husband grew up watching Star Wars. Like I converted to the cult when we met and had children. But that's like one of the scenes he remembers also. I don't remember if he said it scared him, but the fact that it was like it's the literal like there's bones. You can like they actually showed the
skeleton, the burnt skeleton of the,
right. And that is a scene that stood out to him a lot as a kid.
Mm-hmm. That was definitely a rough scene.
Yeah.
I feel like that was pretty
it was
gory.
Rough for that time.
For the time,
right?
Yeah.
Right, because absolutely when our kids watched it, they weren't fazed. Like like I was worried about in Return of the Sith, the scene at the end with Anakin, because Roman was like 3, so I covered his eyes in the movie theater. Nobody was fazed. I was like, but it's on fire. Y'all are okay. Y'all are all right. But me, mom, like, I don't. Yeah.
I just want to say that I think I draw the line at drinking something that has fluorescence to it. They were just like in the last scene, they were drinking that glowing blue shit. Like, and it wasn't like there was something in the drink that made it. The drink glowed for whatever reason.
When in Rome, do as the Romans. Like,
you're okay.
I mean,
the Romans were a little crazy though. So
this is true. This is absolutely true. But if you if you were just dropped into this world, I wouldn't eat or drink any of that stuff. But
could you
if you're used to planet hopping?
Go.
Yeah, if you're used to planet hopping, like
that's what I was about to say. Like you think about like going to different countries and like eating different food, like there's different microbiomes, like microbes and biomes for different funguses and bacteria that not bad ones that make you sick, but just the normal ones that exist for the people that live in that area. And then you eat it and you feel sick because you're not used to it.
Right.
Could you imagine going to a whole different planet? Like
one thing I will that they never bring up in any kind of movies where people go to different planets: allergies. Like, I didn't know I was allergic to juniper until I moved to New Mexico because there's a lot of juniper. Nobody is out here discovering that they're allergic to a whole. They're
allergic to shit like the pollen on Endor just really just kills people.
Are you telling me that not only do allergies not exist at all, that y'all can go to whole different ecosystems and nothing triggers a sneeze, nothing? Yeah. But if I go out in the front yard, my whole face swells up on the planet I was born on.
Clearly, we've just humans have just advanced to that stage at that point. It's like it doesn't matter.
I guess so.
The antihistamine is just in the DNA. So,
but I you know what? I'm going to look into that because it is ridiculous. I don't know why nature tries to kill me. Half the time I don't want to be out there, and still.
This episode feels really a lot like a Rebels episode too, because there's so many episodes in Rebels that they would like, go to some remote village somewhere, and then something would happen and pirates were attacking and they would have to defend them. And like they did that like 7 or 8 times throughout Rebels.
Now, how many seasons of Rebels are there, Thom?
3 or 4?
Okay.
4 sounds right. Yeah.
There might be 5. There might be a 5th season.
I remember when I first watched this episode and we got to here, I was just like, well, how on earth are they going to destroy this thing? Because it didn't fall in the water.
Yeah.
And it's clearly not gonna.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
this reminds me of Star Wars Galaxies. If you were Imperial, you could get a pet AT-AT essentially. Like you were able to get companions that followed you around, like NPC companions, and they would attack. Right. And Imperials got AT-ATs, and it was just so overpowered. And it just how overpowered an AT-AT versus people with spears is hilarious. Yeah. It's similar though to the game, because like the thing that the Rebels got was just like a human like captain. It was like a captain,
right?
You could run around with as many players had them, and it was open world PvP. It was ridiculous.
So this scene for me really amplifies how I know it's a trope with Star Wars, but how shocking stormtroopers are, because these villagers got like an afternoon of target practice and they're shooting these guys pretty consistently. Stormtroopers are literally bred and they can't hit the broadside of a walker.
Now, I will say, I think it has been mentioned on the show before, that helmet, the vision in that helmet is very, like, it's not, I don't know who designed it, but I don't know that they ever shot a blaster.
I don't buy
it. I have to give people the benefit of the doubt so I don't burn the world down. That is how the majority of the people are surviving, is I'm giving them benefit of the doubt. So.
Right. Listen, Rosa, you gotta watch Rebels. The writing is just amazing for that show. You gotta watch it.
I've got to watch it too. I got to get myself together. Maybe I need a playlist and then some time, and then
the episodes are like 25 minutes to like 30 minutes, and they're cartoons, so they're not super deep. So you can watch them like on the side. But
see, that I don't want to watch it on the side. I want to.
I mean, you shouldn't, because they're amazing. But
the first, like, that, I have Bob's Burgers for that, right? Like, because I know what's going to happen. I can have that playing. I want to watch it.
That's fair.
So I want it to be a time where I do legit have time to sit down. Speaking of which, though, me and Avi are going to start watching Moon Girl on a regular basis. It's on Disney, the Moon Girl cartoon.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. So that's going to be our mommy Avi thing that we do. So, but again, like that's my biggest thing with all the stuff I need to do is I want to sit down and watch it, but I want to give it my full attention.
That's fair.
And I never can. So
I mean, all are good. Noman Garden. Clone Wars was fantastic. The cartoon,
Clone Wars was brilliant. Yeah, I love
and
that.
Rebels just follows right along with that theme.
Yeah,
being amazing. See, I was thinking that Althorstein. I was thinking like it's either like like a kind of World War II type thing where they had the people in the concentration camps making the guns, and then they were making them so that they would be faulty. Like it could be that, and it's also the stormtroopers were pressed into service. Like
they
weren't the clones anymore. So
that is true. Which I always like essentially it's a draft. I'm like, how hard are people really gonna fight? Like I understand the need for it in some
there we go.
situations.
I'm sorry, the baby.
This is so gross. I'm sorry.
I love the kids. The kids are great.
It is. It's
hilarious. Right. Like Grogu eats everything, man. He
is growing.
He has no to what? Yoda's.
But that's what I'm saying. So like, if you think about it though, like he shouldn't be eating that often. Like if his growth is so slow, like he should be eating like once a year. You know what I mean?
We do not know. So both of you are male. Both of you went through puberty. You're not going to tell me that you ate a lot more. Maybe he's hitting his puberty stage.
Okay. Right. My main point is he has no consideration for other living beings because he just eats anything he's like, you're allowed.
That's the same could be said for humans. We eat awful lot of meat.
Yeah, I saw that too. I thought I might have saw that wrong, Nomen Garden, that the frog only had one eye.
We do, but we don't tend to consume it while it's still moving and
now, because we've gotten better.
Yeah, man, I wish Gina Carano wasn't. Yeah, I wish Gina Carano wasn't a garbage person, because I really enjoyed her in this role.
I mean, really, she didn't need to share everything she thought. Yeah. Like, I understand. I mean,
I gotta be honest. I totally missed all of. I got the I got like the cliff notes. Like,
yeah,
she shared some shit and was like, "Oh, that's not cool," and then it was just like, so
yeah. Well, she doubled down and then tripled down and then quadrupled down. And,
right.
Yeah, but and now she pretty much appears on like, there's like a ultra right wing network where like there's a lot of Christian movies that get, and now she's like in those like exclusive.
Because the character she's playing is freaking awesome.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
like, I love this character.
Yes.
And in season 2,
and it's also nice to see.
Yeah, it's so good.
Non like stereotypical like looking women, like she's like a big strong woman. She's not like the carbon copy like model, like runway model looking woman. She's a different kind of looking woman, so it's nice to see that. But yeah, man, she's a garbage person. And here we go. See, like they played it up a little bit. They showed that Mando isn't just the suit, but how would this even work? Like, he can't take his helmet off. Like,
so I had this same question.
Yeah.
When this first happened, I was like, does he have to stop being a Mandalorian for this to work? Because that's gonna be weird.
I mean, it takes putting a bag on their head to a whole new level, doesn't it? So
I mean, but it's Althor, he cannot. Actually, I don't know. He might not like him dead. He might like him alive. He might not fool with a dead frog. Maybe
you just
maybe
turn
he
around,
likes his face.
He takes the liver out and eats it, and he takes the heart out and eats it.
Also,
does the annotations first, and then while it's using up his
At least he wouldn't be wasting it, guys.
That's true. She almost gets the helmet off too.
Yeah.
Oh, and of course, waiting for him to take it off.
Mm-hmm.
You can leave. That's an R-rated version of this.
Yeah.
Leave the helmet on. It would probably look hilarious too. Big bobbling helmet around.
Yes, it would be ridiculous. It would be ridiculous.
I mean, he is really lucky right now that she's there, because there is if he hadn't had her, then let's say they managed to survive the attack on the village, possibly, then they got to this stage, Grogu's dead. Like,
right. And we riot at that point.
Yeah. And this is probably what makes him second guess any kind of feelings that he had for that woman, and any kind of thought of doing anything other than
he is a daddy first.
Well, but he was also distracted in that moment.
Right.
So now, so he'll blame himself for that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I wonder how many of those are still floating around.
Oh, probably quite a few, to be honest.
I mean, you're not wrong. That, like, if we could see Daddy Pedro's face, like, yes, it would be.
I will say though, there's still, for me, the swagger that he has with the suit on, with the helmet and the whole suit on. The swagger I think wanes when he takes the helmet off.
It does. Yeah, I absolutely agree there. How was it? Someone described it. He looks. So the few times he takes his helmet off in the show, or you see you see his face, he's obviously younger in The Mandalorian than he is in The Last of Us. But someone's like, how is it he's gray and far older in The Last of Us, but he's so much fucking sexier?
So let me just say this. Brian started going gray at 18, right after I said I'm pregnant. And then
I mean, there's that's gonna do it.
Right. So he is 44 now, and he's got salt and pepper gray hair, and I refuse to let him dye it because it just looks good, right? It looks good.
Mine's starting to come in. I don't know if you can see it.
So
it's a little bit.
Brian, when his beard does grow out, however, is red and silver. I
love it. I love that. I hope I have a little bit of red on my cheeks. I hope it stays red and the rest of my beard goes gray.
Yeah, his goes in red, comes in red and silver, and I was like, all right, I don't know what's happening here. But that is none of my business. So you're cute. That's fine.
The it's gone. I know. He's like, I made friends that were 40 years younger than me.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, I forgot Bryce Dallas Howard directed this episode.
Yes.
She's really good.
Mm-hmm. I think it might be Hereditary.
Yeah, that's true. Ron Howard's daughter. But.
Yeah, I feel like she kind of had a little bit of advantage on other directors growing up with Ron Howard. Yeah. But no, I'm sure she's very talented. I'm gonna guess she has a good eye.
Yeah, I mean, like
I'm sure she was on set with her dad many times.
Yeah, right? Looking over her dad's shoulder all those years, and then listening to him at home all those years. I'm sure, that's gonna rub off.
Yeah.
And then whatever that little bit is. Oh, it's Brother Dan Wood. Brother Dan. If you talk to Ryan, send him our love. Oh, Ryan had a little bit of a procedure last week. We talked about.
No.
But he's doing fine. He's doing
good.
Okay.
Good.
Everyone go and send him love too. While you send Bain and Chiad love, send Ryan
yellow
love.
Vibes out there.
Yes.
So I love the artwork that appears in the show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. These were like and I think they talked about. I think they're like concept arts that they then took and used, but like
it's brilliant. And I love
every one of them.
They feel they're not exactly, but it feels like they almost run in reverse for the episode as well. So it's like a reverse recap of what you've just watched.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciate, to be honest.
Just I love the score too for the closing is amazing. The music is great. The cameraing is great because it's a combination of the score and the camera work and the body. There's like two guys that do most of the there's three if you count Pedro that are in the suit. But like it's a combination of the lighting and the cameraing and the score of the moment to really get the emotion from Din Djarin that you can really get. See you later, Oliver. That you feel in the scenes because you do feel it. You can tell how he's emoting through with all of it, and they did a great job.
They really did. So that was episode 4.
Yes, that was the Gunslinger. Was the Sanctuary.
The Sanctuary.
And next week is Gunslinger. So speaking of next week, let me find my graphic here.
Yes, I got the graphic.
We will have Jess from the Amaryllin Study on next week, and I chose this lovely picture of Ming Na Wen because I love Ming Na Wen.
Yes,
she's her and Michelle Kwan Kuo are like two of my favorite actors right now. Like I want to see them in a movie together, like really, really bad. I was surprised that she wasn't in Everything Everywhere All at Once because I think she's good friends with
Michelle?
Yeah. No, Ming Na Wen. What's his name? Something Han. Jonathan Han?
Oh, the director.
Her dad, the one that played her dad in the
I don't know his name, sorry.
It's something Han. He was Lo Pan in Big Trouble in Little China. Like he's been acting for like 60 years.
So can I just say that it's one of my favorite movies from the 80s?
Me too, man. I love Big Trouble in Little China.
Like heaven forbid I'm flipping through the channels and it's on like whatever I had planned for the day. It's done.
Go over there. I'm gonna watch this movie right now.
Right, that's it.
Yeah, no, I love that movie, man. That's such a good movie. Oh man, I think I don't remember if Big Trouble in Little China. Michelle Yeoh, yeah. But Ming Na Wen, I'm surprised she wasn't in Everything Everywhere All at Once too, because I know she's good. She's close with Daniel, Jonathan.
Maybe she was filming something else. You never know.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I don't know what came first, my love for Big Trouble in Little China or like old school kung fu theater movies, or maybe Big Trouble in Little China.
I can tell you. No. I can tell you where it started for me. I don't know what happened in the 70s, but every black man, at least that I know, thought he was Bruce Lee and could do karate. And also the series Kung Fu was out. Right? Late 70s, early 80s. And from that point on, I was like, oh, you would have thought it was part of my literal culture as opposed to something my culture watched.
You know what? And it's kind of funny that you mentioned that, because I realized, so I'm from New York originally, and I grew up until I was like 29 before we moved to Florida. And I grew up in a predominantly black area, and I played football, and I was always bigger than everyone else, so I always got pushed ahead. And when I got pushed out of the Pee Wee League, they put me on the traveling team league, which was out of the MLK Center. So like I was the only white kid on the team. But we all watched Kung Fu theater movies. And then I realized as anime started getting bigger, anime was huge in the black community as well.
Black people have a fascination with it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it stems from, but it absolutely exists. Wu-Tang Clan. If Wu-Tang Clan does not convince you,
oh man, you're right. You're right.
Black culture is, for whatever reason, very deeply rooted into Kung Fu movies. I don't know what the connection is. It happened before I got here, but there is a connection. There's definitely a connection.
There's a huge connection with Wu-Tang Clan too, because they like. That's
it. The 36 chambers. That is it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Yeah, like Raekwon and Jizza and RZA, like they like most of all the songs that they headline. Like I feel like most of them start off with like actual audio taken from Kung Fu movies.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know what it is. Somebody should research it, not me. I got a lot of stuff to do. But it is a phenomenon that I've known about all my life, and I don't think people who aren't exposed to African American culture realize that is such a thing. Like you might see it in a movie and think it's not. That's one of those stereotypes. And they're not far off. They're not far off. It is just interesting to me because why? I don't know why.
I don't know. Good taste, maybe.
Maybe, but it is definitely a thing. Any black man in your 70s.
What about you, Rob? Do you ever watch like them old school Kung Fu theater type movies? Or
I watched a few here and there. None typically spring to mind. I mean, I love Jackie Chan. I think he's great.
Yeah, all Jackie Chan's old stuff is great.
Right.
Yeah. Oh god.
So
if you've never seen Police Story, is an old Jackie Chan movie. It's dubbed. Okay. It's dubbed over for English, but Police Story 2. Particularly, there's a scene, you could probably just Google the scene, but where Jackie Chan gets like, they're fighting on a cruise ship in like the arcade of the cruise ship, and Jackie Chan and the bad guys fall in like crash into the Street Fighter 2 machine that's in the arcade, and for whatever reason all become Street Fighter characters.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and Jackie Chan is Chun-Li. It's fantastic. One of the guys is Dalsim. Jackie Chan is Chun-Li, and then one of the other bad guys is somebody, I think Vega or something. But it's Jackie Chan looks good in that short skirt. I gotta say, he's got good legs. He's got real nice legs. I
would hope so.
Especially like 21-year-old Jackie Chan.
Right.
He was young as shit.
Yeah. He's gonna be bouncing around like a lunatic, isn't he? So. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Oh, you have him on VHS. That's huge. I love Jackie Chan's old stuff are fantastic. Man,
it is. All right.
Anyway,
so it is 10:05.
Yes. I said we were going to finish before 10. I mean, the Mandalorian episode was over.
It did. Yeah, this is true.
We finished before.
I want to remind everybody about my lovely guest that was here, Rob. Make sure to go over to let me put the banner up that has the threefold. Oh, it has threefold because we were gonna have Bain Chiad up. But obviously, if you go to Malcare Talks, you could find all of Rob and Bain Chiad and Roof Mistress and Wise One Shelley, all of their stuff, the links to social media, the YouTubes, the podcast. Go check everything out. I genuinely, I am
the convention.
Yes. Yeah. Pimp the con. Yeah.
Dates.
So it is the. Oh God, I need to confirm the dates here. I'm pretty sure it's the 9th and 10th of September. Okay. Scrolling through calendar. The 9th and 10th of September this year will be the second MalkiriCon. It is Europe's only Wheel of Time convention. So, if you're anywhere this side of the pond, you need to be here. If you're on your side of the pond, you just need to get on the plane, folks. I come to JordanCon. You need to make the effort to come to me. That is fair.
I will tell you this now. I am going to try to come next year.
Nice. Well, next year you're not flying to Manchester. Next year you're flying to Prague. Ooh. And then we will be not only Europe's only Wheel of Time convention, but we will also be in Prague, a super short journey away from Jordan Studios itself.
Okay. I'm going to try to come next year. I promise.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've been wanting, I haven't gotten over to Europe. I've never been, and I want to try, and this is a great excuse. Yeah.
This is a perfect excuse. But 9th and 10th September, you can find all the details on my website, malkirtalks.com /MalkiriCon.
Yeah, on the top, just go on that top bar and click on MalkiriCon. And I'm gonna get a. I didn't buy it yet. I'm gonna get a digital ticket, but I will.
Oh yeah, if you can't fly, I totally understand that. That's it's a totally reasonable situation to be in. I get that.
Couple bucks.
You can watch the convention online.
Good, nice.
With a digital ticket as well. Yeah. So because I recognize that people can't make it. Although people did come from 11 different countries last year.
Listen, when 9 of those countries are a 2-hour drive away.
Someone came from South Africa.
That's
really
that's significant.
Yes, really.
Awesome.
That is a significant fight. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You win. You win. Yes. I submit. No, for real though. I love you, Rob, and
I love both of you so much. I can't wait to see you in 45 days.
Yes. JordanCon, April 20, the weekend of April 24th, right? Yeah.
No.
It's the
It's
21st to the 23rd.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, so that past weekend. So it's the 21st, 22nd, 23rd. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is the first year that I'm not on staff, and I haven't seen I usually see the date 12 times a day. So
you're so much less stressed, aren't you?
Oh, no stress, no hives. I know,
I'm gonna show up. I'm just gonna show up.
I'm going to show up and drink and talk shit into a camera and occasionally with my puppet. So it'll be great.
Right. And meanwhile, I'm like, where are all the kids? Where are all my new members? I need to make sure they have absolutely everything they need. Let me.
And I get to hug Rob for real. And
yes.
Yay.
All the hugs.
Yes.
I'm a consensual hugs if I don't,
Yes. I will always ask.
Yes.
I will always ask before
is
hugging.
Key. Yes.
But, all right. I love all of you people too. And I will see you guys next week for the Gunslinger with Jess and Ebony. Yeah. And good night. And we love all of you. And
good night. Bye guys.
Ciao.